Have you ever spent 20 minutes writing a text, only to delete the whole thing and send cool instead? Or maybe someone asked, "What's wrong?" and you replied, "Nothing," even though there was definitely something. Or maybe you've rehearsed a difficult conversation 100 times in your head, and then said absolutely none of it when the moment arrived. Strange, right? Most of us spend our lives wanting to be understood. Yet, the moment we have a chance to be honest, we suddenly become professional actors. And the funny part is, we usually don't even notice we're doing it. Fyodor Dostoevsky once wrote, "The soul is healed by being with children, not because children are wise, but because children haven't yet learned the art of hiding. They laugh when they're happy, cry when they're hurt, ask questions they probably shouldn't ask, and say things adults would never dare say. Then somewhere along the way, we learn a different skill, how to hide. We hide disappointment behind sarcasm, loneliness behind independence, fear behind confidence, and heartbreak behind, "I'm over it." The mask changes, and the game stays the same. It is easy to talk about the weather, sports, movies, work. But the moment a conversation becomes real, most people suddenly become very interested in checking their phones. Because talking about facts is safe, but talking about yourself is dangerous. Imagine you're standing in front of someone you genuinely care about, not someone you sort of like, someone whose opinion actually matters to you, and you have one sentence to say. It could be, "I miss you," or "I'm scared," or even, "I need help." 3 simple words. Yet somehow they feel heavier than carrying furniture up 3 flights of stairs. Why? Because in that moment, you're no longer controlling how you're perceived. You're revealing something real, and real things can be rejected. Kafka once wrote, "I am made of literature." Most of us are made of stories too. Stories about who we are and what people think of us. Stories about what would happen if people saw behind the curtain. The problem is, many of those stories were written years ago, sometimes by a parent or a bully, even by a heartbreak we never fully recovered from. And without realizing it, we spend years protecting ourselves from chapters that ended long ago. This is why some people become the funny friend, the strong friend, the independent friend, the friend who never asks for anything. Not because that's who they are, but because roles are safer than honesty. If everyone sees the character, nobody gets close enough to see the person. And yet, for all our hiding, most of us want exactly the same thing. To be known, really known, not admired, not envied, not performed. Known. The cruel joke is that the thing we want most requires the thing we fear most. Being seen. That's why letting people in feels dangerous. Not because you're weak or broken, but because every time you show someone who you really are, you hand them something valuable. And there's no guarantee what they'll do with it. Now, the walls we build are often acts of survival. They helped us through rejection, disappointment, loss. The only problem is walls don't get to choose what they keep out. They block pain, but they also block connection. And after a while, what once felt like protection can start to feel like home. So the next time you delete that message, swallow the truth, or pretend you're fine when you're not. Ask yourself a question. Am I protecting myself? Or am I hiding from being seen? Because sometimes the door we're trying so desperately to keep locked is the very one we've been hoping someone would walk through all along. In the next video, we'll talk about something even stranger. Why we keep missing people who hurt us, even after they've left.